When you use the Socratic method, you don't directly argue with your fellow debater, but you ask the right questions in a way that explores the common ground premises and aims to lead the other person to your way of thinking using their own arguments. So, for example, suppose somebody said to me that honesty is an absolute virtue and always the best policy, that lying is immoral. Using the Socratic method, my response might be something like, so are you saying that regardless of the situation, honesty is always the morally superior choice, lying is always immoral? If the other person responded yes, my next question might be something to the effect of, so if the armed Nazi stormtroopers approached those who are hiding Anne Frank and her family and asked them, have you seen any Jews? Are you saying that the morally correct response would be something like, well, I cannot tell a lie. They're upstairs hiding. Well, but please don't hurt them. Or maybe something more defiant like, well, yes, I have seen Jews, but I'm not going to tell you where they were. If the other person acknowledged that telling the truth under such circumstances, which that would most likely lead to torture and murder, something that most of us consider to be greater evils than lying, I wouldn't try to claim that I made a victorious point, but instead I just might raise the main question again and ask, can we really say then that regardless of the situation that telling the truth is always the morally superior choice? Or do we need to modify that sentence somehow? And I would try to get that modification to come from the other person, not myself. So using the Socratic method means you're not forcing your ideas upon others, but you ask questions in a way that leads the other person to reevaluate their position on their own. And in parts 4 and 5 of this series, I'll discuss how this applies to discussing Christianity with proselytizers.